okay. So, audience, very sorry. We have to change our program because Professor from Indonesia have to go back to home now. And the next project, the pig production in Indonesia, Dr. Siagian. And he did a PhD in animal breeding at the University of the Philippines, Los Banos. And now he is the advisor of the Ministry of Agriculture of the tree.
Thank you very much for moderator. I would like to say thank you for all of you to give me the high priority to the time of seminar this morning because of the due to our condition of the situation. I would like to share you about the pig production in Indonesia. My focus is a focus on indigenous pig in Indonesia. This is a map of Indonesia. They consist of 5 big islands. This is Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and the big one is Papua. This is our review of the country. You know, Indonesia is the largest archipelago in the world, consisting 5 main islands, as I mentioned, and we have also 30 small archipelago, and stretch along distance 5,100 kilometers from west east and 1,880 from north south. Span in the equator from 6 degrees north and to 11 south. The climate varies from humid and semi-tropical. Average around annual rain from 1,000 to 2,200 millimeters and consists of 34 provinces and more than 250 million of population. Whereas 50% living in Java, and 60% the population live in our rural area, and 54% was engaged in agriculture. In 2009 up to 2010, agriculture and livestock raising and fishery have to contribute 50.29% to GDP than other sectors. From 2008 to 2012, the largest contribution is from food crops. Followed the fishery, and then plantation crops, livestock and its product, and the last is forestry. And the agriculture GDP value in 2010 increasing by 3.1%. From 2009, and GDP value of the livestock subsector increasing by 4.27% from 2009. In 2010, the export volume, you look at the peak is the highest one, almost to 27,000 tons. It belongs to $27 million. Goods only 39.11 tons, shape only 14 to 0.5 tons. This mean pigs is the highest one. According to the latest issue, Asian Book 2014, in 2013, pig production in some part of Indonesia like Bali, Java, and North Sumatra suffer from low price because of oversupply. The prices sometimes go down because the price is mostly because it's the oversupply. So one way to overcome the decline of the pig price is to communicate with the farmer and production center to control the population. This is the livestock population in the last 5 years, focused in the pig. It looks like stable, but from the table soil is an integrated platform for agriculture. Of course, livestock has contributed greatly to the general welfare of the farmers. We now focus the pig population in 5 provinces. You see, the East Nusa Tenggara is the highest population. Pollung, the province of Bali. The third one, North Sumatra, and the fourth, South Sulawesi, and the fifth is the Papua. Although about 80% Indonesian population are Muslim, pigs are also considered important, especially in East Nusa Tenggara, Bali, South Sulawesi, and Papua province is part of eastern part of Indonesia, and North Sumatra is the western part of Indonesia. This is one of the housing of timber pigs. Very, very, very simple. Pigs are tied in the garden to find a tuber. They are put in the very shape of housing. This is one. Farmers usually raise a small number of pigs, around 4 pigs, in the housing located at the back of the house. Sometimes the pigs are set free around the house. Sometimes the pigs are tied in the garden so that they can find their own food, tuber, and stay out sagу. In Indonesia have a popular many kind of sagу. Look, this one is the type of Timor local pig. It's a medium-sized body, small and rather long heads, not sticky canines when they are old enough. The ears small and pointed. The bookmen are not strong. The color of the hair varies from black streak, white, and red brown. Have coarse hair, especially along the brisket and short legs and for the snout. They are gill. The female can have their first pregnancy at the age of more or less 4 months. The same is the very, very early mature. Pigs provided a significant amount of pork meat with a rate of consumption only 3.43 kilogram per year. If you combine, if you convert the consumption in Taiwan, I think it's very low. They provide a cash income for smallholder farmers, often closely integrated in other enterprises. But the main constraint to pig population increase was the high death rate of the pigs associated with low availability of suitable feed, low genetic potential of individual breed, lack of skill and adequate facility, and the last one, the poor management. Pig farming in Bali, the second province, Pig farming in Bali established an important position in rural area. The traditional farming with raising a few pigs in each household have the following characteristics among others. First one, they raise 1 up to 4 pigs. Pigs are tied or put in simple housing. Pigs are not given factory made concentrate, and the pigs are not given regular vaccination. Bali have a very important social cultural status, namely for ceremonial religious activity on offering, and the second one for social activity. There are 2 types of Bali pigs. The first one found in the eastern part of Bali is assumed to be derived from China or Susbitalis. Its characteristic are the black or Persian, curved back, the stomach already long. The second type live in the northern, western, southern, and central part of Bali. Its characteristic curved back or rhodosis, big stomach, white streak on the 4 legs, short nose, pointed ear. The south stomach is lower or even touching the ground when they start. Their nipple between 12 up to 40. This is pigs for body gully. This is traditional food. The number of pigs needed in Bali province for making rolled pigs and for food stock and restaurant is around 12 to 207 young pigs a day, or 74,000 pigs a year. And there need also 71,880 pigs per year for offering in certain ceremony in various villages in Bali province. So this is the effort to make the rural pigs. This is a virtual, what you call this, the babi guli. It's the traditional food in Bali. This is a babi guli, is used for Bali ceremonial. From this data, it is a bigger number. Of course, it should be meet a local farmer without being in any form other area. The central government, the regional government, the local university, foreign agencies, they are interested in conservation of various Japna existing in the world. Of course, should carry out a conservation program for Bali pig as the original Bali Japna, pulse, so that they will not be extinct. The third province is North Sumatra. In some regency, in North Sumatra, there are still some indigenous pig herd, namely NIAS pig in the regency of NIAS, Toba or Batak pigs in the regency of Samosir or North Sumatra, North Tapanuli, and Samosir pigs in Samosir regency. Samosir is very popular in the Toba range. So indigenous pig breeds in the 14th regency have several characteristics in common, although there are some differences. The head general is black-haired, the back is curved and relatively black, the stomach are big and long, and snout is long, the ears are rather pointed and small. This is data got it from 2 months ago, and I tried to measure the body. In NIAS regency, the average body length is 17 to 19 centimeters, chest size 62 up to 94, and body weight 45 up to 95 kilograms. In Samosir regency, as I show you, 90 up to 108, 85 up to 100, 50 up to 90 kilograms, and body weight is 40 up to 70. Tobasta and North Tapanuli is almost the same, 84 up to 89, 86, 83 up to 84, the size, and body height 43 up to 50 centimeter, and the body weight is 50 up to 70. Unfortunately, we do not know the age of the pigs, because we have no what we call it notice from the farmers. They are not when is the pig is the born, so we do not know how age of the animal of the pig is the measure. This is also the simple housing in NIAS, made from bamboo and straw is cemented. The feet are composed sweet potato leaf and a little bit of ripe brains and grated coconut. This is the type of NIAS local pig. Local pig meat is used as a part of custom when proposing to a girl, NIAS girl, during their marriage process. So they discuss it, maybe need 10 to 20 pigs to marriage process. NIAS pig aged 6 months or 12 up to 15 kilograms. The price is 50 up to $60 US. So 1 year old, 25 up to 35 kilograms. The price is $80 up to $100. This is the Toba local pig. The pig housing under the house. So they put it under the house. Now, Toba pig breed is generally raised intensively. They are fed in the morning and then afternoon, composed sweet potato leaf, a little bit of bread and cassava. Batak niche people cannot be spreaded from the pig and custom activity. Toba pig breed 8 command around 7 to 10 kilograms. The price is around 35 up to 40 US. 1 year old, 30 up to 60 kilograms. The price 3.4 up to 4.5 US dollar per kilogram. Samosi pig is generalized extensively. The feeds given are sweet potatoes leaf, a little bit of bread, cassava, leftover of rice, and vegetable. The price of Samosi pig is almost similar to the Toba pigs. So, if you see this picture, they tie the pigs around 10 meter and they put in the boot of the ear of the boot. I would like to introduce you the breeding station for superior breed of pigs, buffalo, and forex. There's only one in Indonesia. It is the Nagai service unit of breeding, located in Siborong-Borong. Sorry. Located in Siborong-Borong, about 250 kilometers from Medan, the capital city of North Sumatra. Its altitude is 1,200 meters above sea level, but the temperature is around 15 degrees Celsius. The BSSB PBS has a duty to maintain the production, breeding, development, the special distribution of semen is carried out in 4 breeding locations. One of it is NARO distillation. So this NARO distillation is especially devoted to pigs. The area covers 17 hectares. There are 4 breeds of pig being developed in Boro-Boro, Yorkshire, Landrace, Duroc, and Berkshire, whose descendants have been distributed to the small holder. This is imported, the 4 breed is imported from Australia in 2002. So it's already 12 years ago, we imported around 100 pig from Australia. Now, to increase population and productivity breeding stock, of course, we need a selection, performance testing, a breeding program, and technical training. It is realized that the rule of BSSB is not yet optimal. But in the future, BSSB is expected to become one official station that can provide certificate superior breeding to stock. So the farmer can buy from the Boro-Boro after the selection, performance test, breeding program, and technical training will be held. In 2014, this year, we'll start carrying out gem plants conservation program. This already started by searching and getting indigenous pig breed from the 4 regions I've talked about. These pigs have been bred with imported pigs. However, there are still many that are close to the purity. Later on, the reproduction characteristics will be observed. So we can know what eggs will be first esters, when egg of when it will be farrow, etc., etc. In this project, this will be many constraints that will be faced in terms of resources, especially farm. We humbly expect to assistance of cooperation with experts and institutions to conserve germ plants, especially for indigenous pig breeds that exist in Indonesia. Still many have Indonesians, except out of the 5 provinces we're talking about. The third one in South Sulawesi province. Toraja pigs can be found in North Toraja. As we know, North Toraja is a tourism destination due its beautiful scenery and also its regional ritual custom. You know of what they call the Rabu Solo, Rabu Tuka, which have attached many tourists. Animal slaughtering is one of the main ceremonies of the ritual custom. So the availability of animals, especially buffalo and pigs, is compulsory. I think the high price of buffalo in the world, I think it's only the Toraja. If you call this too long, the buffalo we have white color, not all white color, but the price depends upon the people want to buy it or is need. The characteristic of Toraja pig are black color, blackish, small head, rather pointed ear, weak spine, and medium-sized body. So this one is the bull, and this one is the sow. This is the housing of Toraja local pig. Housing is well kept. The floor is made from bamboo or cement. The wall is also from bamboo, and its roof is from zin or coconut tree. Pigs play an important role in social life of Toraja people. As a family saving can be used anytime, whenever needed. The more pigs they raise, the better economic condition they have. In every condition ceremony, pigs needed to be slaughtered. The last one is Papua province. Papua in Indonesia is a very unique in many aspects. The highest island amongst other islands. The biggest island among other islands. The less populated island, only 6% per kilometer square. Jakarta is 12,559 per kilometer square. The third one has a number of tribes, ethnic, also a language and accent. The less cultivated island, the fifth highest pig population in Indonesia, and the less developed island. The method of pig raising in Papua is still traditional. Generally, pigs are left to roam around freely. The pigs only put in the housing at night, while during the day, are left in the freely roam around. The feed is given in the morning and also in the afternoon. Socio-economic pig farming in Papua. Another unique is the relationship among human, sweet potato, and pigs can be described, depicted as harmoniously equal, where each side need to other side support to maintain triangle in shape harmoniously. This means sweet potato is very, very important as a staple food, but also need to the feed of pig. Sweet potato with two famous cultivar, we call it Halilupu. This is for human consumption. And the Muslim cultivar are neat as pig feed. But if human consumption is rejected from Halilupu, you can use it for pig feed. Some tuber may be sold to the local market, and the money earned is used to buy other commodity to fulfill their family needs. This is the Asia project. Pigs are dominantly raised in the traditional system. At night, pigs in the wooden pens. You call it hone. This is the type of housing people in Papua. So this wooden pen is inside hone. So the pig is very close to the human being. they need to raise the pig for about 2 up to 3 years before being sold and slaughtered. Pigs are great important to Danish tribe, either as customary farewell, served in festive occasion, such as party for newborn baby, marriage, party, funeral, exchange or cash money, and also use family setting. Pigs are important. The price of the pigs in Waimena, is the district, can be 3 up to 4 times higher than in Java. But if you say it from Java to Papua, you need cost of transportation, high cost of transportation. The triangle relationship, human, sweet potato, and pigs, have maintained to importance of the agriculture commodity in the Danish community. The project funded by Australia Center for International Agriculture Research of Asia has successfully modified farming system. One of them is so-called pig confinement system. Significantly improve production and prevent spread disease with the pig from pig to the human. The PCI is keeping the pig safety and health and providing good nutrition in safe and clean environment. The PCS included housing and playground, what we call Naleka, has been closed. So the Naleka is in place of the pig exercise, make it close possible the housing to make easy for pig to move Naleka. Fence should be planted with tree which can provide shading for pigs. And the leaf can become protein supplement source for the pig. And the lichen is planted also with grass high protein, such as Sunda. This is a local plantation. And also high lichen make pig related together the grass ration acid, equal rotation of pig. The last one, the ASEAN and TIP and SARD make the feed formulation. They call it Waimena 1, Waimena 2, Waimena 3, etc. They can compare it to the control. So the result, the potency of rated gain, significantly increase compared with the if you give the local, what you call it, is control. So this is the ASEAN project. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and compare this one, so the gain can be increased significantly. The conclusion. In Indonesia, there are indigenous pig breeds that are suitable for meat traditionally. These indigenous pig breeds need to be conserved as Japna, such that they will not extinct. The government should regulate the indigenous pig breeds in order to get better results and to increase the farmers' wealth and their income. Thank you very much for your attention.
Do you have some comments? Question?
谢谢。